Naxalism is breathing its last breath today. This is what Union Home Minister Amit Shah said while lauding the efforts of security forces after 14 Maoists were killed in an encounter in Chhattisgarh's Gariyaband district. Shah described the operation as another mighty blow to Naxalism and said that the government is committed to achieving a Naxal-free India. He wrote on X, with our resolve for a Naxal-free India and the joint efforts of our security forces, Naxalism is breathing its last today. Monday's operation spanned up to 2 days in which a top CPIM leader, Ramachandra Reddy, carrying a bounty of ₹1 crore was also killed. He was a high-value target due to his pivotal role in the Maoist hierarchy. His killing, along with 13 other cadres, took the toll of Maoists killed in this year alone to 40 in Chhattisgarh, marking a major success in the government's fight against left-wing extremism. A few days back, on 16th of January, 18 Maoists were also neutralized in a separate encounter in the Bijapur district. As per the figures given by the Union Home Ministry, 48 Naxalites have been killed across affected states so far in 2025. Last year, security forces neutralized 290 Naxalites nationwide, a sharp increase from 50 in 2023. This shows that the government has upped the ante in its fight against Naxalism. The government has also ramped up its infrastructure in affected areas, establishing 290 security camps since 2019, with 88 more planned for 2025. Earlier on January 12th, Amit Shah, during the Maharashtra BJP executive meeting in Shirdi, promised to make India Naxal-free within 2 years of Modi 3.0. He said, "Take note of my words. By March 31st, 2026, Naxalism will be completely wiped out from the country." Here is a look at some of the major Naxal incidents that have already occurred this year. On January 20th, 2 women Naxalites were killed in Chhattisgarh's Gariyaband district. On January 10th, at least 3 Maoists were killed in retaliation to an IED blast that killed 9 on January 6th. On January 9th, 3 Naxalites were killed on the hill of Paliguda, Gundarajgudem in Sukma. On January 5th, 4 Naxalites were killed in a gunfight with security forces in Chhattisgarh's Bastar region. It is important to note that the 5 decades old Maoist insurgency is currently on its last leg. Successive governments had made efforts in fighting the menace, but it was the Modi government that gave a death blow to it. It adopted a 3-pronged approach that includes strong counter-terror measures, effective center-state coordination, and a push for developmental activities in Maoist-controlled areas. These efforts bore fruits. As per government figures, Maoist violence has come down by 73% and its influence reduced from 126 districts across 10 states in 2013 to 38 districts in 2024. The government also pumped in almost 30,000 security forces in various anti-Naxal operations, equipping them with the latest weaponry and infusing around ₹3,000 crore for anti-Maoist operations. Unable to withstand the pressure, more than 2,000 Maoist cadres have surrendered in the last decade alone. Recently, security forces also for the first time in 40 years pushed into the Maoist fortress Abu Jumar. Today, 85% of the LWE cadre strength in Chhattisgarh has been eliminated and efforts are underway to deliver a final blow to Naxalism. Union Home Minister Amit Shah informed last year that since 2014, 14 top Naxal leaders have been neutralized and the government welfare schemes have been better implemented to reach to the last man in the queue. Over the years, Naxal strongholds such as Buda Pahad and the Chakarbandha have completely been freed from the grip of Naxalism. Since 2019, Modi government has implemented a multi-pronged strategy under which vacuums were identified for the deployment of central armed police forces. As a result, more than 194 camps were established in just 1 year, leading to significant success. The government also filled security vacuums through 45 police stations and by strengthening state intelligence branches. Since 2014, 544 fortified police stations have been built in LWE-affected areas as compared to just 66 built between 2004 and 2014. Infrastructural development activities is a prime weapon against fighting red terror. And the Modi government laid special emphasis on key development areas such as road connectivity, improvement in telecommunications, financial inclusion, skill development, education, health, and nutrition. In the past 10 years, 14,400 kilometers of road network was constructed as compared to 2,900 kilometers before 2014. Prior to 2014, no efforts were made for mobile connectivity, whereas during 2014 to 2014, 6,000 towers were being installed and the work of converting 3,551 towers to 4G has also been completed. Before 2014, only 38 Eklavya model residential schools were approved. However, in the last 10 years, years, 216 schools have been approved, out of which 165 EMR schools have come into existence. These efforts were instrumental in significantly lowering the Naxal violence. In the 10 years between 2004 and 2014, 16,463 incidents of violence had occurred, which has now come down to 7,700, with a reduction of about 53%. Similarly, the deaths of civilians and security forces have reduced by 70%. 96 districts reporting violence have now come down to 16, with a reduction of 57%. Police stations reporting violence have also come down to 171 from 465, out of which 50 police stations are new. India's security forces not only protect our borders from external threats but also address the internal insurgencies, safeguarding the social fabric of the country as vast and diverse as ours.